AFC predictions. All the divisions, all the teams, playoff order. Tomorrow, the NFC, but today is the AFC. I am allowed 2 amendments due to trades or injuries before the season. Listen, the Constitution has 27 amendments. I get 2. So I get 2 amendments. I will. Now, Joy, how did I do last year, for instance, in the AFC?
You did very well.
7 for 7.
That's pretty good.
We nailed all the playoff teams. So when I was with my kids this weekend, and I told them I was taking naps, I was actually breaking down the AFC and the NFC, and we'll have it today. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's important that you remind everyone that the Constitution has been changed.
It has been.
Several times.
Amendments are okay.
I don't know if everyone knows that.
Yeah, so I'm going to get 2 amendments, and one of them could be the Aaron Rodgers amendment.
That's an important one to hold on to.
Because I don't think there's a chance he will not finish the year in Green Bay, but he'll start. I want to start with that. So Chris Collinsworth has a podcast, as you'd expect. It's very good. He had Adam Schefter on. He's a very diligent NFL reporter, lives on that phone, baby. He's breaking stories all the time. So when he talked about Brady leaving New England a year before he left, you got to kind of take respect for it and go, put some respect on that. He knows what he's doing. He's talking about Aaron Rodgers right now and the feelings in Green Bay, and here it is.
It just has never sounded like it's about money. I think this is much deeper than that. I think this is, as he himself has alluded to, about people, about culture, about the way the organization is and has run. And I don't know that money addresses that.
I want to talk about this for a second because I think I'm in a rare position. Joy and I are in a rare position. We weren't born in Los Angeles or California. We have bounced around the country. So I have literally changed jobs and moved across the country 3 different times. So I can speak to this as a driven, somewhat workaholic guy. And Aaron did not get here because he's casual and occasionally throws a football around. Aaron's a grinder. Aaron's a workout guy. Aaron is very committed to football. And I've always thought, and I think Joy is too, I think we're committed to broadcasting. 3 different times, I knew I was leaving before my company did. And even as a grinder, even as somebody that's totally into their job, I couldn't concentrate. I was thinking about the next job while I was in that job. Because I didn't want to fail. And I'm thinking about, okay, I got to get prepared. I'm going to save some of my rants. That's a good idea. I'm going to make sure to do that. I couldn't concentrate. My last 6 months at the other place, all I could think about was Fox. Who am I going to hire? What's the set going to look like? Who's going to be on the news desk? What producers? I couldn't concentrate. And I'm a committed guy. I would have rants, and I'd be like, no, I'm going to save that one. That's good. Fox gets that one. And so here's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is moody when he's happy. He's aloof when he's happy. What's this year going to be like? Like, I look at all this stuff with Green Bay. Really, they're a default champion of this division because there's so much dysfunction. Chicago's pivoting to a new quarterback. Minnesota, we got Kirk Cousins, can't play well in big games. Detroit's a mess. And I think to myself, this was never an ideal fit. Aaron and Green Bay in the good times. It wasn't ideal. He's very much a contrarian thinker. He's very much an independent thinker. He's California cool, and they wear cheese hats in their 50s. It wasn't ideal. What's it going to be like now? And I'll be on an island, but I do believe that he lost a little bit of trust with his coach, though he'd never say it publicly. Matt LaFleur, the last play that Aaron Rodgers played in Green Bay, his coach took him off the field to kick a field goal against Tom Brady. Trust is hard to repair. I think oftentimes Aaron Rodgers, I would not blame him if he prioritized staying healthy in Green Bay. He doesn't want to, he's not happy. Wouldn't you prioritize throwing the ball away, taking a knee, sliding early? The last thing you want to do is get hurt in Green Bay. I wouldn't blame him. I've been there. You start prioritizing the next place. And that doesn't mean you're not committed to your craft. It's just very human to do that. And I'm on an island, and I'll say this. Nobody believes the trade will happen during the season. But it's very unique in that we got a bunch of things working here. What if Jordan Love is pretty darn good in the preseason? He should be. This is a good O-line, a solid head coach, star receiver, star back. What if Jordan Love's pretty good? What if Drew Lock struggles in the AFC West? Yeah, that's going to happen. And what if Aaron is a little condescending, not all in, temperature in the room is a little cool, not warm. Look at the schedules on this. I know I'm on an island, but look at the schedules on this. If you look at Green Bay's schedule with Aaron, even if Aaron was 90% locked in, this is a schedule that tells me they're going to win. They're going to beat New Orleans in the opener. They're going to beat Detroit. Good luck going to San Francisco. But the Steelers at home, Washington at home, Arizona. It's very possible that Green Bay is a 6-1 start. It's a 6-1 start going to like an Arizona. The trading deadline will be around that Arizona week. Then you look at Denver's schedule. Denver's schedule, again, with Drew Lock. You open at the Giants. Good luck. Now, you'll beat Jacksonville and the Jets, but it's Baltimore. It's at Pittsburgh. It's at Cleveland. It's Washington. It's at Dallas. Those are losses. So I'll say this. Trading deadline is week 8. Keep your eye on Jordan Love looking solid in preseason. Aaron's the kind of guy that could go into a locker room in Denver immediately. Remember, Vic Fangio's gone if he's under 500. So there's some urgency in Denver. Aaron can be, a little difficult in the good times. What's this going to be like? So I do believe in the trading deadline, there will be discussions to move Aaron to the AFC. Denver will be fairly desperate. The Chargers, many are predicting, are a Super Bowl team, and I'm talking gamblers are into that. We know Kansas City's better. You got a young GM in Denver, an old coach, and a quarterback nobody truly believes in. Keep your eyes on this stuff. I will say I think Aaron Rodgers' trade deadline is a viable move. Of course, by that time, it'll be too late for one of my amendments to my predictions in the NFL, which on 1 hour from now, I'll be doing the AFC today, the NFC tomorrow. So here's another story that came down. So Kawhi Leonard of the Clippers had surgery to repair a partial tear of his right ACL. Here's what's interesting about this. Our worldview on the Clippers forever, fittingly, has been awful franchise. Ridiculous, bad, but we all know that we used to roll our eyes at the Cubs, and then Theo Epstein and Joe Madden showed up. And then we were like, oh, like 3 years later, they're in the World Series, right? 3 or 4 years later. So you can turn things if you get the right owner. The Ricketts family, Joe Madden, Theo Epstein, all very smart people. The laughable Cubs went to the great Cubs farm system overnight. And we think that way with the Clippers. Ty Lue had a great playoff series. Steve Ballmer is energized and focused. And they have a lot of people in that front office. I know a lot of them. They're really smart. And Kawhi has a player option. And it's really funny. He could sign for 1 year with the Clippers, $36 million, or 4 years and $180 million. And my guess, he's going to go to the $181 million. He's a